Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Dak going to start out going to the air.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Yeah!
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll try to run forward blue. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Jalen Lane deep for Washington.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Washington Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, check that. Street. Let's go. Steady.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
You look at this Cowboy defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
To throw is Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again. He's got it.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Get it. 18 Cardinal.
They go play action. Daniels.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
6-yard loss.
Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This one from 48 yards away.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later. If they play well, they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend, and Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Here's Lane.
Pushing his way through. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready.
They run again with Walker. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington.
Ken Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Sitting at 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Yeah, here we go. All right, hey, we go 40. Hey, count.
Prescott to throw it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Throwing now is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Higgins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Get it.
Now Daniels.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Donovan Ezeraku.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, break.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
To the air goes Daniels. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So a 2nd NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you're talking about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. This young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Prescott from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Here's Prescott. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on fourth down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Daniels. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. His guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams. Well, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Here we go. Then we're going to 53.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, it's Blue.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, here we go 40. Here we go kill. 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
All right, hey, 47. Here we go. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on first and second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
42-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Back to 60. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a first carry for their fullback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only... Get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 47.
Prescott now.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Yeah, here we go. I think. 47. 26.
Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be
be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Real quick. Maybe you only rap to pay the bills. Now I'm better, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, it's still sold down to earth. Born do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh, Lord. I'm the rookie in the vet. Shout out to the
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this down to the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic. I think in the half that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Higgins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Here we go. Kill. Here we go, 46.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down.
We're going to 54.
Throwing, Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go. We're going to 54. 47. Go. Get out there. Gun. Here we go, 46.
Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On the ground, Lipke.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Here we go, 46, 46. 48, 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Washington on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, kill. 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. To the air again, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Yeah, here we go. I take 26.
Now Prescott. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
And they will take a knee here.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Yeah, here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. I take 26.
And they take a knee. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Honey! Gravity Lions!
And they will take a knee here.
Cowboy 80!
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this